Hello, everybody. Let's go over this as quick as possible before I lose my head. Now, Shayna Baszler will be facing off against the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch for the that's pretty much it for the belt at WrestleMania. So, not much I can sum up there except I hate Becky Lynch. I hate Becky Lynch with a passion, with a huge passion. As much that I think that she's overrated. She's a good wrestler. I think she's fine against the right people. That much I'll give her credit for. Her force ability to think that she can be an independent wrestler when it takes other people to actually make her popular, it gets me pissed off. The way that she can't tell that much of a story in the ring, and yet people still think she's a transitional talent is dumb. Nobody remembers a damn match from her. The way she even won made that amazing moment at Mania was a botch. So that's a complete joke in her own right. She looks like a ferret with a bleached weave. I hate the way she always does this Bexploder suplex. How you came from a corny gimmick to a corny gimmick to a corny gimmick makes me sick. And this one actually makes you more popular in a way to make WWE notice you, that it took the actual top guy that they like to make you famous. Because nobody cared in 2019 that you were holding both the titles. They cared that you were dating Rollins. They didn't care about the man, so Becky Lynch, or how she was going to change the business. It was literally just the man is dating her man. So I'm just shocked that over all this time, no one cares about Becky Lynch, because I think Becky Lynch cares that a lot of people care about her, and it's so dumb. I think she even brung over the time that she wanted to change the women's title to just the WWE title or something for NXT shit like that. I went into getting a huge rant on that for particular reasons that I think she's trying to force out this weird women's movement, and it pissed me the hell off. And then they had thoughts of making Becky Lynch headline WrestleMania against Shayna Baszler for no particular reason other than to spread the movement to think that Becky Lynch is profitable when she has no way of doing that, because the only way the main event was signified to be profitable, no one cared about the main events on Raw involving Bayley, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, because they weren't enticing. Their shit history was by a developmental brand, not like year-long feuds like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Doesn't have that enticing character. Nothing about her just screams like Lita or Trish Stratus. Her character is just, she's the last kicker. She's gonna give you this ugly smug face like you're in a Euro bar and you accidentally slapped her ass. She looks like a female Nazi that faked being Irish. Becky Lynch didn't even look like she took protein until she turned 21. And it's just weird to know that she thinks she's important. They got her on 2K20, the worst game ever. She put her. They made her a SmackDown Women's Champion just to lose it on their first title defense on pay-per-view. And people think that she deserves to headline Mania? For what fucking reason? Becky Lynch ain't shit. Every time, I wish I can be more optimistic. I obviously want women's wrestling to improve from just bitches shaking their ass, shaking their titties. I felt like that was mad disrespectful, but still, that would at least got me to watch. I mean, obviously, there's still women from that era that I remember because they had more defining traits. Other than we're here to just change women's wrestling, That's their entire driving motif. And And for most of this shit, Becky Lynch was supposed to be the change of all this shit. But now, thanks to this bullshit, and these are the only bitches that they were paying attention to, nobody else in the female main roster is successful at all. Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Tamina, Naomi, Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, Asuka, Kairi Sane, really didn't do that much notable unless you're Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. And most of these bitches have the most underwhelming career that people would still have fond memories of what happened with Lita and Kane and fucking Schnitsky. No one talks about the historic 2018 rivalry with Sasha Banks and Bayley just feuding if they were best friends or not. No one gave a fuck about the hot potato wing of the title. If Bayley's a fan, she knows this. If no one's gonna watch that shit. No one in their history remembers shit from that rivalry at all. Give me one notable Becky Lynch feud since she was champion that wasn't carried by another person at all. It's fucking dumb. I don't want to see Mania because of this. I don't like any of what the fuck they're doing for Mania. And how overrated Becky Lynch is. And she accomplished so much in 1 year. She don't deserve to be women's champion. She don't deserve all the shit she's getting. And the Smarks just eat it up for she used to be river dancing in a generic Irish theme song to calling herself the man. Oh fucking what? No one still views the matches, don't they? They were so sad to get they had to get NXT bitches that weren't even part of the main roster yet. Shayna Baszler is still in her title card. It still has the NXT animation. You think they have actual legit women's talent in the main roster to make fucking Becky Lynch feel significant? Because she has no way to make herself significant except change gimmick. Last kicker from River Dancer to calling herself a man. How ironic when she wants to change the women's division. Ain't that cute? Oh God! And guess what got her popular? A man. So the irony of that fucking name baffles me. And people still think she's the top wrestler in the company. There's times, yes, Becky Lynch is a good wrestler. She's fine in a technical scramble plus a brawl. She's just such a fucking failing midget. I don't know if she's having a spasm attack, and she think shot over the course of her reign. She came wearing fucking deal with it glasses after beating Asuka at the Royal Rumble because that was such a defining part of her career. Beating fucking Asuka. That wasn't what? Shouldn't that be more like achievable the time when she had a winning streak back in early 2018 before she faced off against Charlotte? What's the major malfunction here? What's the what is Becky Lynch other than just a fake Steve Austin gimmick that no one cares about. No one cared. People cared more about the Rusev, Lana, and Lashley feud more than Becky Lynch holding on to the women's title. No one had a long conversation over the feud Becky Lynch was in. I'm just being harsh at the motif that I really want women's wrestling to change, and I think it can be a pivotal moment on wrestling TV. But by God, can we just get somebody different from Becky Lynch? She makes pro wrestling cringe as fuck. It really is cringe whenever you watch Becky Lynch. It is. No one had any definable feud with Becky Lynch. Not Lacey Evans, not Charlotte Flair. And Lacey Evans, she feuded with the most back in 2019 for some apparent reason. Asuka for like a few months, and Shayna Baszler. And it all started off someone beating the shit out of Becky Lynch, her doing a dumb promo, the other opponent doing another promo, and it gets an underwhelming wrestling match where we get news about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's relationship. So, I'm just expecting the worst because that's somehow always what WWE gives me. So, that's it coming from me. I mean, I don't particularly hate Becky Lynch. I just hate the way she's positioned. So, you want to hear if I you know where to talk to me on the discussions board. If comment section always open forever. So type how you feel about Becky Lynch in your opinion. Just want to get like more on the individual wrestlers and stuff. I want to like get more in depth on the roster. So that's particularly it coming from me.